I swear if one of these squirrels hits me, that's something that falls from a tree, I'm not gonna be happy. Hey Americans, we are Dan, Emily, Moose, and Linus.
In 2022, we sold our sticks and bricks for staples and tape.
We've got one salty old vet, a sweet younger civilian, and 2 neurotic dogs. What could go wrong?
Come with us as we navigate full-time RV life on a Navy pension.
Hey. We're struggling.
Yep, arts and crafts time.
Woohoo!
And I would suggest putting stuff down like this. You can go spend money on a plastic tablecloth if you want. I got towels, you know, on here, but I would suggest doing something like that because I've seen too many people trying to like work on cleaning their shit hose on the picnic table.
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever it is. Any place that you want to do something for food, somebody's always put their shit hose. So bring your own stuff.
Right.
Look at the gutters flowing now.
Yeah.
Nice. Somebody must have got up there and fixed the gloop of shit you guys put in it. We're outside at our campsite at Dowell Mountain.
We've got paints, we've got pumpkins, we've got blues and pinks and black, of course, and more pink, of course, and purple. Now we get to paint our pumpkins.
Yep, she's doing it all. So she's gonna paint and I'm gonna talk. What you need?
I would like my other paint brushes, which are actually in the...
Oh, they're in the camper?
Yes.
I'll be back.
Okay. No, I'm okay. Let's figure out my designs. Thank you.
I brought water. Oh. Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
You just, anybody can't do it the same way.
Right. That's
Right.
the biggest thing.
That's the thing, and that's where you're going to run into problems. You know, if you're
Don't
out there
take our
watching,
advice. Yeah.
you know, go on Long Honeymoon. They'll tell you they've been the longest running RV channel on YouTube. Been doing this, what, 9 years, 11 years, some ridiculous number.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can't jump into the way they do it. You know, I can't just, have you seen some of the solar power generators and some of the camera equipment? Look at KYD's camera equipment.
Right.
You know, here's my camera equipment. You know, I can't do it that way, but I'm not 9 years into this. So you got to look at the channels like ours. You know what I mean? Starting out brand new. This is our date night. You know, I got 2 dogs laying here in the dirt waiting for hockey to start. She's out here painting
2
pumpkins.
dogs sitting at the picnic table waiting for hockey to start.
You know, yeah. And we're just, this is what it is, you know, because I'm not out spending money. We're not out at the bar, at the club, all that shit stops.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be done. You can get yourself out of the rat race. You can get yourself out of
20 million people in Atlanta.
Yeah. Just, I mean, how many of you guys spend 2 hours in your car commuting back and forth to work every day? That's 10 hours a week. How many hours is that a year? I mean, wouldn't you rather spend that driving over the course of 2 or 3 days to get to a place, park, and look at this. It's freaking quiet out here, other than the squirrels chucking shit at us. It's quiet out here, you know, and the neighbors change. Like I said, we'll get neighbors, but the COEs are so spread out.
Yeah. Some of them.
You know.
Some of them are.
I mean, have we really been, I mean, even Sweetwater had a ton of people on the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I mean,
you still weren't really crowded.
Well, right. You're not crowded like you are with some of these campgrounds where
But,
it's
yeah,
like,
RV parks.
yeah, where you're, you know, sharing hookups and
Oh my
your
God, yeah.
your awning goes onto your neighbor's slide.
You know, so you got to be looking at what you know, what you're looking to do. Yeah, this can be done by anybody. You can even buy the trailer and move it into a park, pay your monthly rate, and basically it's tiny house living.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even have to have a vehicle
before we had the truck
to tow it.
Yeah.
Hire somebody to tow it. If I'm in the area, hire me to tow it. You know, they'll take it to the campground. And one lady she'd been in the same freaking spot for 14 years.
Yep.
Had decks and everything built around her camper. So you can do it as tiny living. Yeah, anybody can do
it. Too many people, my goodness.
Unless the RV show has no people there, then you could go, but
way too many options.
Yeah, and like I said,
you'll get overwhelmed with just how many floor plans there are.
Yeah, and they're all going to be new,
yeah.
So you know the quality's in the toilet. So I wouldn't even do that. Get one that's used, and get one that's 2018 or older.
Oh, well, because of the access pass that we so graciously have.
Yes.
We only really stay at Corps of Engineer parks.
Yep.
You know, on the East Coast, it's really nice because most of them have electric and water. That's fine. We go and dump the tanks. Most of them don't have sewer hookups, but every once in a while we'll find one with a sewer hookup.
Yeah, man, that's wonderful when you can get it.
Yeah, check out my short on how we live without sewer hookups.
Yep,
We're
that's
fine.
on there. You'll see that.
Yeah.
And there's tricks to it
Yep.
that make it much easier. You're not going to use your shower, so use it as storage.
Yeah.
Don't just use it as dead space.
Yeah. But other apps, I mean.
That's the one we use.
Yeah, but I'll look at
Which is what? Recreation?
Recreation.gov.
Yeah.
But I'll look at some other websites. I don't even know what they are. For like Campendium or All Stays or let's see, iOverlander. That's a good one for I think for boondocking and to see like cell phone signal and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Don't get confused by the terms. Boondocking is camping.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
All right. If you take your tent out with a battery pack and a jug of water, you're boondocking. Boondocking is camping. Why they call it something different, I have no idea, other than to just confuse people. It's camping. That's all it is.
Yep.
You don't.
Have no idea.
You don't. You won't
Read
know until you get
reviews.
there.
Read all the reviews.
Read the reviews. Some campsites will even show you pictures of the site, and you'll get there, and it'll be way off level. It won't look nothing like the picture. You just don't know till you get there. So the key is to get you a notebook and write down all the notes while you're there,
Yeah.
so that when you're coming back through the area, you can go back and look. Hey, this site, you know, the bathroom was a shithole. The men's room didn't have a doorknob. The bathroom's full of scorpions. The bathroom's full of spiders.
One of the things for me is like the COEs that we stay at, some of the shower stalls are actual doors and some are just shower curtains.
Yes.
You know, that divide the two different shower areas, even just to divide the bathroom. I'm not hip to that.
No, it needs to be a locked door.
You know, I need to feel safe while I'm naked. You know, that's the least I could ask.
Yes. Yeah, it needs to be a locked door to the shower stall. You wouldn't put a curtain for the toilet.
Right.
And you're dressed in that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that. And I've even seen some of them, at least in the men's bathroom, where they've taken one shower curtain and cut it in half so they could cover two different shower stalls, and it barely stretches wide enough to close the gap.
No.
Go invest money in a second shower curtain. My God, I'm sure they sell them at Dollar General. So don't buy anything newer than 2018. And you can tell from what I've shown you, I'm stretching the line of quality with a 2018.
Yeah. But there are the 10-year-old rules. But if you can keep up with your, 10-year-old camper and make it look nice,
Yeah, they're not going to
send a picture
know.
to the campground and they'll be fine.
They're not going to know.
Yeah.
You think in 2028 they're going to know if I tell them this is a 2019?
Right.
They're not going to know. And I don't know that at any of the COEs we've even been asked.
No, it doesn't matter here.
Yeah.
But
So
that's just campgrounds.
you know.
Do you remember that COE? We've seen a couple that have been some pretty rough looking campers at COEs, like Hernando.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's definitely been some rough campers at this place. But you just chalk that up like you would if they don't accept Rottweilers.
Right. Don't go there.
Don't go there. If it's 55 and over, don't go there. You know, if they got these rules in place that you don't agree with, do not go there. Vote with your money.
True.
Look at that. It looks like a circus tent. That's so cool.
You know.
Because the fifth wheel eats up the bed of my truck.
Right.
That's why. I didn't want to drive around town. You're only going to haul this thing for a
couple
few
hours a day,
and then it's going to sit. And now 2 weeks I got to drive around with a fifth wheel freaking hitch in the bed of my truck? No.
No, our hitch goes under the camper.
Yeah.
We take it out, but yeah, like we didn't want to have to tow another engine behind our Class A or whatever.
Oh yeah, I never would go with
two drivables.
Two vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I got to do 2 sets of oil changes, 2 sets of brakes. Just no, I'm not doing all that. So it was definitely going to be a pull behind. But the fifth wheels, I'm just not a fan of the fifth wheels. One, they're taller, which will eliminate a lot of places you can go. They're heavier. And honestly, I think the smallest one you can find is 35 feet. And that's kind of the limit for a lot of national parks.
Also, the other thing, I get it. You've got a big family. I get it. You want the extra space. Don't get slides. Just don't. It's something else that's going to break eventually. How many times you're pulling it in, bringing it out. You're bringing everything from the outside in. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Now you have to clean off the slide and you got bugs coming in, and if something messes up, your floor's all messed up.
Yeah, and you'll never find a video out there of anybody telling you how much they love their slides, how great their slides work. Nothing. It's always about the slides broke, the slide tore up the floor because you didn't see the rock laying down there under the couch.
And now you've got 3 dogs that are coming in with dirt on their feet, and they're bringing everything in, and just
that was one of the main
the
reasons
hassle.
We didn't go with a fifth wheel, because you can't find a fifth wheel without a slide.
Right.
They've all got slides, so just that's why we didn't go with a fifth wheel. We want a travel trailer, no slides. If no one's in your spot the day you're checking in, you can check in at 10 a.m. Then they won't tell you that, but you can research that and find that information.
Yep.
That is a COE policy. Wow. You can check in early. I think 10 o'clock might be the earliest, but just wait until 4 o'clock to check in. Go online. Ooh, look at that. It's wicked. Nice. But go online and look, hey, the night before, on your field day.
Yeah.
And say, hey, look, nobody's in our site tonight. It's going to be open first thing in the morning. You can get out of your place. Drive your 35 miles and be checked in, set up before lunch. It's beautiful.
Yep, we did that.
What else? They're starting to get away from locking the gates. They're trying that.
Well, I think that was only the ones around Alatoona.
Oh, well, if it works, it'll spread.
Yeah.
You really can't be locking people in. I know you're trying to lock people out, but you're locking people in.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to work.
Not on these campsites that have 150 camp spots.
No.
That's 1,000 people over the weekend.
Yeah, and if I got an emergency, if I got something going on with my kid and I got an emergency, I'm out of here. The hell with your gate.
Right.
Misconceptions?
Ooh.
How about misconceptions? Let's talk about some misconceptions. If you're doing any research like I did, you're watching the same 6 channels. Your first misconception is going to be that you have to buy your rig from Airstream or Grand Design. You don't.
Nope.
As a matter of fact, I wouldn't buy from Grand Design at all, simply because I hear how great their customer service is. And if your customer service is that great, it's because you're putting out a shit product.
Because they know all they sold you was a guaranteed piece of shit. That's all it is, isn't it? Hey, if you want me to take a dump in a box and mark it guaranteed, I will. I got spare time.
Right.
Instead of putting out 1,000 great campers, you're gonna put out 1,000 crap campers and just deal with the 200 people that complain.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily buy from them either. And Airstream, I read a thing online that tried to tell me that the Airstream, a 30-foot Airstream is the same weight as any 30-foot trailer trailer.
No.
Because it's aluminum. It may even be lighter. Negative. Negative, negative, negative. A 30-foot Airstream weighs about 7,000 pounds. Mine weighs 4,500. It's not even close. Airstreams are heavy.
I made a mess.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I've already got my fingers covered in paint.
So much for gloves.
Oh, well. We're finger painting, right?
Yeah. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Perfect. That's all that matters. All right. The truck. You watch them same channels I watched. You're going to be under the impression that you have to buy a white pickup truck. They sell other colors. You can tow something other than a Grand Design travel trailer with a white pickup truck.
But
So look around.
But you also need something that will actually fit what trailer you buy. You can't buy a 1500 and tow a 35-foot trailer.
Here's kind of a quick, and again, there's a million numbers. You can go and get into the gross vehicle weight ratings and the tow ratings and all of this crap and then the curb weight of your truck. Here's a very, very quick way to do it. If you got a half-ton truck, don't pick a trailer with more than one axle.
True.
You got a 3/4-ton truck, you can pick a 2-axle. You got a full-ton truck, you can go to a 5th wheel or bigger. Start there. Because while a half-ton truck can pull a big trailer,
You're gonna wear your truck out.
yeah, you're gonna wear your truck out. You're gonna break it. So stop putting all that effort on your truck. Buy your truck first, or you can do like we did, buy the camper that you want and then buy the truck that will tow it.
Yeah.
But if you go to any of those same channels, you'll see the guys in there telling you they wish they had a bigger truck.
We're buying a 5th wheel tailored to this truck. So now we're
pigeonholed again.
We're pigeonholed again, and we're maxed out again. So if we ever wanted to upgrade from our current living situation, we have to go buy another truck.
I wish they had a bigger
Everyone
truck.
says it.
Now, I did research the truck and camper before I bought them, and we are within our numbers, but I wish I had a bigger truck.
Oh, you said it. Oh, no.
Because they want to move up. You get your first camper and you realize, I want 5 more feet, I want this, I want that.
Right.
You want to move up. Well, if you've already maxed out your towing vehicle, you ain't moving anywhere. You're stuck with what you got. What else do we got? The next misconception is you need an ice maker. Nobody needs an ice cube maker. You don't need that. That's just another electrical piece of equipment in your vehicle that's going to break. What else? You don't need a Berkey.
Oh.
Okay?
They're huge.
Yeah, and they're like $300.
Yeah.
And the filters are ridiculous.
And the filters, yeah. Some states don't let you have them.
You don't need that. Go to Walmart, get your Brita filter, and you're fine.
Yeah.
If you watch channels where people have actually tested the campground water to prove how bad it is, none of them have been able to prove it. It always ends up being good. So stop sweating that.
But still filter your water.
Yeah, by all means, filter your water. What else? You don't need a TPMS. I have one. I could never get it to register. Right now, it's only on 3 of the wheels because I don't even know where the other one went. All it did was make checking my air pressure a pain in the ass because I need a special tool to take it off. You don't need that. Get you a little tire gauge and look at your tires. All these things are is like smartphone dumb people. You put a TPMS on your thing, and that's so you don't have to check your tires. You still have to check your tires. The only channels I see of people having blowouts are people that have TPMS on their tires. So if you want to get it, you don't need it. What else? RV toilet paper and chemical treatments for your tank.
Ew.
Stop with that crap. No pun intended.
Septic safe toilet paper.
Septic safe paper. And when you go to the dump, run 5-gallon buckets of water into your tank. Empty your tank, run 40 gallons of water through it, then close it, then fill it with water again, then empty it again, and you'll flush it out. You don't need all these chemicals.
But make sure you flush out your tank.
Yeah, don't just pull it, drain it, and then close it and leave. Because all you did was drain out all the piss and left all the paper in it.
What happens when we see an empty campsite with a still smoking fire ring? He's such a good person. But hey, free firewood.
Right? I'm gonna see if I can find a cup or something.
It's just this easy, you guys. Make sure your fire's out before you leave your campsite. All we're doing is driving around looking for people that are leaving today so that we can go out and dump our tanks halfway through our stay here without being in anybody's way. And this is what we stumble upon. We should just use the fire extinguisher in the truck, but we're not going to use that on something like this. Not waste hours. Watch this smoke come out. There's so many hot coals still. Man.
And everything here is dry. We're gonna burn our shit down.
Right? We're so far away from here, but it's gonna cause a forest fire.